Help, help! I'm about to make a whole Transmedia franchise and I don't know where to begin. That's okay. Mad About This Media is here to help. Ding. Right now there are 5 videos on this channel, including this one, talking about where to start in building a franchise and specifically what medium to start with. And just a disclaimer, I'm going to be talking about a lot of different software, a lot of different websites, and I'm not sponsored by any of them. These are just the free to use options that I would suggest for a client that I'm working with. If you're creating a series, whether in podcast or video format, you need to remember that success comes from consistency. Whatever type of story you are telling, if you are not able to consistently produce it in this format, you may need to shift it to a different medium. But if you are set on creating a series, there should be a clear structure in the form of seasons. If you're making a series for YouTube, you need nothing more than your smartphone to get started. Smartphone cameras are so good now that they adjust light and focus for you. As long as your subject is facing a light source, the video quality most often is passable. Now, I'm not saying you're going to win any awards for cinematography without putting in some more thought, but at the very least, you're able to get started. Sound, of course, is very, very important. But at the same time, there are so many ways you can get great sound for cheap. When on a huge production, obviously, yes, you want the best equipment possible. But just remember that an amateur with the best gear will still always do worse than a professional with the bare minimum. Expensive gear is not the most important thing. The same thing can be said for filmmaking as can be said for podcasting. I know a few people who started recording sessions in their closet. Whatever you can make happen will work. Now, when distributing a web series, the king of indie publishing is always going to be YouTube. Instagram Reels are fine, and TikTok might not be around forever, but YouTube has always been the tried and true for the content creator. If you want to see your web series on a streaming service, go to FilmHub. They can package your show and put it out on multiple streaming services. There are some guidelines requiring episodes to have a minimum runtime, but there are options available for micro series to be packaged as collections. When it comes to podcast distribution, Spotify now has Spotify for Podcasters, which is a helpful tool. It used to be called Anchor, but then it was bought out and given a much less interesting name. Thankfully, Spotify will still distribute your podcast to be heard on other podcast platforms like Apple Podcasts or Stitcher. And if all of this is super overwhelming and you are in need of help, I mean, that's what I do. I'm a transmedia producer. I do this for clients. So contact me. Go to my website, go to my Fiverr, reach out, and we'll see what we can do. When branching out from a series, try exploring the narrative space that you wouldn't be able to consistently explore. You may not be able to get a popular content creator to become a series regular, but maybe you can do a short film and include them as a guest appearance. Or maybe a story arc that you would like to explore further would slow down the pacing of your regular show, so you take that story arc and you explore it in novel format. Any spin-off one-shot stories that your audience would want to see can be done in another medium without breaking the flow of your series. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you're excited to start creating some stuff. The rest of the videos will be here somewhere. And as always, be safe, behave, and be creative.